Today, we are going to fly as high as the Commander-in-Chief. Yes, that's right. And if you stay with me to the very end, you'll see what the top looks like as well. But first, I have a short story. There were 5 frogs sitting on a log, and 4 decided to jump off. How many frogs were left? Did you guess 5? I bet you did. At least you should have. Because deciding to do something is not the same as doing something. Prior to working in logistics, I was a Veterans Employment Representative and as a post-secondary employment specialist. One of the greatest advantages was that I was able to acquire information firsthand from senior level executive management, which gave me a bird's eye view of what drove the changes behind the scenes. Right here is the proof we're going to discuss today, and I hope you will use it not only to make your decision how to proceed with your application, but also to do something about it. One slide, and that's just one of many slides my channel, Easy Federal Resume, will break down for you to develop content. Because remember, the whys and the whys. You are wiser if you change your perspective from being the store clerk to the owner. You're going to be the GOAT. That's right, you. You are going to be the greatest of all times. And in this case, the greatest government of all times. You're going to use that perspective to see what the USAJOBS application process can do for you. I'm going to make it bigger for you so that you can see each and every bullet that we're going to discuss. Now, the first one is right there. See that? Recruiters to search special hiring authorities. I cannot stress enough, use what you're eligible for, whether it's a veteran, a recently graduated student, or a disabled person, and the many others. Next one, search criteria more closely linked to job seekers' profile data. Now, there was no word in there that said federal resume, which is why I emphasize everything that you need to put in is in your profile. All right, third one, there's only 4. Let's go to the next one. Agencies owned administration of users. What that means is that it's putting right into the hand, right into the fingertips of the Human Resources Department, the information that you're submitting once it makes it to that particular department. Because remember, they're screened in advance of being on the lap of the Human Resources Manager. Last bullet. Uploaded resumes are searchable. Well, sir or ma'am, if they are not scanned, as inferred as a myth by the on USAJOB itself, then how can they be searchable? How do you search if you don't scan? And that's not one of my stories or parables or jokes. That's a reality. How do you search if you don't scan? It's not realistic, as I've said before, for 4,000 applications to come in and a poor little human resources person is sitting at the desk looking through each and every one. No, people, be smart. They are scanned, and it says it right there to the Commander-in-Chief, and that's you. And since now they're identifying that those uploaded resumes are searchable, what they're saying is that before you could search the information provided in the profile. Now you can tell your clients, your customers, your applicants that they can upload a 2-page resume and it too will be searchable. So in other words, if they were searching through the profile of information that was typed in, and now the 2-page resume is equal to that same search, is subjected to that same search, that means all of the information that's input to USAJOBS is now searchable. I hope I'm preaching to the choir at this point and that it makes perfect sense to you. Now here, you can do your own test. You can take your 2-page resume and you just click that button that says word count if you have it in Word. So put it in Word. And then you'll see for yourself how many characters or words you utilized in those 2 pages. And I've given you a demonstration before in a video that you can certainly watch, but do it for yourself. You're smart. Go ahead. You'll be able to see that if you listened to one of my Work Wednesdays, just one job description in one of those videos has more information about that particular job than you likely do for your entire 2-page resume. That's a fact. Heck, I forget to mention just the title. The title of the presentation, Resume Mining. Now that catchy little phrase was developed by the presenter, but it reflects the objective to dig not just at a basic level, but at a deeper level, a 3.0 level. Now, I have to do my voice here. I know you love it. Lisa, this conference was more than 10 years ago. And to you, I say, do you think that technology has better enabled human resources administrators to manage applications or disable them? This was 11 years ago when they rolled out USAJOBS. Do you think these objectives have changed? Boom, or booyah, however it's said today, here is the receipt. Our Commander-in-Chief himself, the GOAT, maybe not the others, I'm not even getting involved with that. The headline is, OPM enables special hiring authorities to support infrastructure law. The Office of Personnel Management has enabled agencies to use hiring authorities to bring on staff needed to support Biden's administration's bipartisan law. Reading further into the article that was published February 1st, 2022, yes, 11 years after the conference slide I showed you right here was presented. Now you know this kind of work that I'm doing for you deserves a like. Go ahead, give it to me. To help prepare for the rapid onboarding of new employees, OPM released a talent surge playbook to help agencies understand their hiring authorities. OPM has also surveyed agencies to understand their staffing needs for implementing the infrastructure law, which authorized direct hiring authorities for human resources professionals. Now think back to that simple 4-bullet slide. OPM has also surveyed agencies to understand their staffing needs for implementing the infrastructure law. The old is the new and the new is the old. Did you watch that short that I put out probably weeks ago or at least a month ago where I talked about the change on USAJOBS? The headline? If you are still watching, you've decided that my content is worth watching. Thank you. Start with the tutorial videos that I've put out so long ago. Watch those because you may have missed critical discussion that's outside of what's being focused on now, which is profile writing, aka federal resume writing. So what did we learn? We learned that what's old is new and what is new will become old. Call it a playbook now, call it a mining 3.0 then. The federal government is continuously trying to utilize not only technology, but their internal resources in order to fill positions which are in desperate need of people like you. And they're providing pathways in order to make that happen. But you know what you got to do? You got to jump off the log. You got to use the information that's being provided to you by acquiring it all the way through and utilizing it. Stay and support the channel with a like and a comment. That's how I can grow and reach more people who are ready to jump off the log and get started. So that's it for today. See you next time.